but it does happen every once in a while. They're safe. There's nothing to really worry about there. If you find yourself in the water, also, never try and stand up out here. It's a rocky riverbed, and these rocks can capture your feet. It's called foot entrapment, and the current will hold you under. It's a really bad situation. So if you find yourself in the water, when it's safe, swim back to the boat. You're usually going to be right next to the boat anyway. If you look at the outside of the boat, there's a blue and white rope running around the perimeter. It's called the chicken line. You can grab hold of that, and we'll pull you back in by the PFD shoulder straps. Just don't try and stand up. That's the #1 rule. If you're not a comfortable swimmer, just lay on your back, and we'll try and get to you. It's a defensive swimming position with your feet pointed downriver, and that way if there's any obstacles, you can deflect it with your feet, not your arms or your head. Pretty straightforward. Today's float is going to be about 2 hours, maybe 2:15, 2:10. Our last one took about 2 hours and 5 minutes, but it's kind of wind dependent, things like that. It's about 13 miles, and yeah, it's pretty calm, really beautiful today. Does anybody have any questions?
How many trips did you make?
This is my second trip today. We only ever do in my entire life. I couldn't tell you that. Too many to count.
Okay.
So that gives you some peace of mind. And like I said, we'll be spinning around, we'll be moving. The best way for me to get away from things is to back row like this. Sometimes we'll be going through backwards, we'll be going through sideways. That's why it doesn't really matter if you're sitting in front or not. And I'll point things out as I see them. Generally, I like to tell people, this trip is kind of up to you. I'm a raft guide, not an encyclopedia. Unfortunately, I don't know everything about Jackson and the Snake River, but I do know little bits and pieces, so if you ask me questions, I should be able to answer them about the local area. Or I can look them up. I got Google. So just don't hesitate to ask. We can talk about life, love, philosophy, whatever you want.
He's waiting for it.
Additionally, if you came out here for just a nice, calm, zen, scenic float, and you want me to shut up, I can also do that. Totally fine. Where's everyone coming out from? California?
West Virginia.
West Virginia?
We do some whitewater rafting there too.
Pardon?
So we do some whitewater rafting there too.
Yeah, cool. You got, is it a Gully?
Gully, New, yep.
Yeah. Yep. Trying to get out there sometime this fall. It's really pretty.
You got to visit our newest national park.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's really exciting.
Yep.
West Virginia, California,
Texas,
Texas,
New Mexico,
New Mexico. Is that everyone?
Indiana.
Indiana. All right, good spread. We're in Texas.
Round Rock by Austin.
Okay. I used to live in El Paso, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Long time ago. Every time I tell someone that when they're from Texas, they tell me that's the armpit of the state.
Yeah.
That's what it must feel like to live in Florida.
It's just a really long drive.
Yeah,
it's a long
It's out
way.
there. It's definitely out there.
My son was stationed in New Mexico and what was that Air Force base?
As we get further down the river today, we will get some pretty awesome views of the Tetons. We're already starting to see the
just
Grand
right there
Lake
next to
just
White
peeking
Sands.
out.
Yeah.
As we get further down, we'll start talking about it.
I'm from Texas. I've lived in New Mexico the last 4 years, so I'm still learning everything.
He just got transferred to
But kind of
Florida.
our
He's a whole lot
path,
happier.
just to give you guys some reference today, this river kind of runs a bit of a crescent. So you've got Jackson right here, and then the river kind of does this around. So the actual mileage, if you're going as a crow flies, isn't a complete 13 miles. It's a lot shorter. It's about 5-10 minute ride back from the boat ramp that we were taken out from back to our boathouse. Yeah.